Welcome to the Agency Insider podcast, where we dive deep into the world of SEO and digital marketing. Today, I have a special guest, Michal Suski, co founder of Surfer SEO. Surfer SEO is a powerful content optimization tool that has revolutionized how experts approach content creation and SEO. Michael, it is a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me and great introduction for the product we've built. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think I'll be one of your early user as well.
Appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. So, can you tell us about your background and what led you to co-found Surfer SEO?
uh, I have a master's degree in forestry, so I was not supposed to join either digital marketing or IT. But during the studies, I started to work as a quality assurance. So I was testing software basically. So that opened the first door for me to join the tech industry. And after some time there, I joined the digital marketing agency that was founded in a little village in the southeast part of Poland. And we were doing SEO. I was a PBN copywriter at the beginning. Obviously, like probably most of us start as an intern in the agency. So the worst tasks you receive at the beginning to learn. And it turned out that SEO is so dynamic niche that you don't need 10 years experience to be on top. And I thought like maybe when I keep on learning, when I start to listen to the top people in the industry, I can basically be successful in SEO. And it turned out that yes. So I was promoted to the head of SEO of the agency. We've been doing SEO for clients. So local SEO, e-commerce, for SaaS, for
This
bigger
was in which
companies.
year?
Hmm?
This was in which year?
Oh, that was in 2016.
Okay, okay.
That was quite long time ago. That was 2016. And when I was working in the agency, we're like, how can we scale up the agency? Probably we need to hire more people to cover clients. But where can we find more people when we have the agency in a little village with no city around? And like, who's going to join us? That's one thing. The other thing, how can we find anybody who know what SEO is? In this area that was not possible. So we leaned towards improving our processes to be more efficient, to take on more client instead of scaling up the team. And in that time, that was 2017, on page started to get more and more traction. So instead of building tons of backlinks, we figured out that we can optimize some headings, paragraphs, add keywords here and there, and boom, magically pages started to rank better. So we started with analyzing HTML of the pages. So basically go to Google, check the search results, check the HTML. Okay, how does this competitor use keyword in H2, H3? Where else? Maybe image alt, maybe somewhere else. Maybe they bold it, maybe not. All these statistics. And based on these analyses done in Google Sheets, we found out that, okay, this is the plan for this page to be optimized according to competition. And it worked. But, well, it was time consuming. At least our time was relatively cheap, so we could keep the margin. So it was worth it. But we realized that we can automate this process. So a tool can actually perform a search in Google, visit the pages, extract the information we needed for the optimization, and then we will just look at the data and say, okay, I see that everyone in the top 10 used keywords in the H2s. So we didn't. Okay, that's the number one thing to fix. And that's how we built Surfer. That was internal tool for the agency first. And we battle tested it in the agency. It started to work really well for us. And we were like, can we quit client SEO?
Okay.
And so we did. So we did, and here we are. Here we are building a product for other agencies, building a product for in-house teams, for freelancers, affiliate marketers, and basically anyone who is looking to increase their organic traffic from Google. So that's the
Okay,
story.
so that's interesting. So the Surfer SEO was launched by you formally or officially in which year?
2017 November, there was the first beta product release on one of the Polish SEO conferences, and we had this. Our CEO had a speech in there showing these on-page tactics, and at the very end he said like, and you know what? You don't have to do it manually. You can automate it. And we've built a tool that you can try for free right now. And we had the email notifications on the new signups. And when he said that and posted the link, it was like bing, bing, bing. The email notifications were like people were signing up like crazy. So that was the launch. That was the launch. A really nice experience.
Yeah. And before Surfer SEO, you worked as also as a full stack developer sometime?
No. I was testing software. So I worked with a team of developers and designers. They built a feature, and I was looking whether it works according to the scope or it has some issues. And then we were communicating to fix these issues. But I never coded. And this application, Surfer, I didn't write a single line of code. We had a technical co-founder, my brother, who wrote the first version of the product.
Okay. Okay. So can you share some of, I mean, of course, there would be lots of success stories with Surfer SEO, but can you share some of your favorites?
The most recent one, I guess, is one of my favorite. When we wanted to launch a new product around humanizing AI content, we started to build topical authority around that particular area, which is AI detection, humanization, AI content, editing, writing, paraphrasing, and so on. So we published 20, 30 articles on that topic, created a silo of all of these relevant articles. And when we launched a landing page that featured the free humanizer tool, it took off like crazy, bringing 10,000 organic visitors a day. It was like huge spike. Even though we were building this website for 7 years, this landing page became number one traffic page, exceeding even the homepage traffic. So that was a great success story of ours. When we used our own tool to build the topical authority to secure this new land of humanizing AI content, and it turned out that when you have a decent domain and you publish content that is specifically around your silo, which is what we did, you gain trust in this particular information, and you can take over the SERP. So that was really a nice use of of our own tool to like prove that these things are possible. So that's one, but I will share really quickly the other one from today, because I woke up and saw a mention from a friend who is using Surfer for all of these years. He was a first person I interviewed as a user, and he just posted that he used one of our features, which is auto optimize. So AI is reading your content, checking entities that you are missing, and automatically inject these entities in the places where they belong. So he did that, and after reindexing the page, it took off on the Ahrefs. You got the spike in ranked keywords. Really nicely looking. So yeah, another one like from today, which is really nice.
Right. So we'll talk a little bit more about Surfer SEO, of course. So Surfer SEO, of course, has become a go-to tools for many SEO professionals. Can you tell us how Surfer SEO evolved from when it was launched first and how it works today?
Okay. The general idea is the same, because the general idea is to base your decisions on data, real-time information. So we started with, you provide a keyword, we check the SERP, and then in the SERP we find some elements that are characteristics for good ranking pages, and we tell you what are they, so you can improve your page. But at the beginning, we just showed it on the charts. That was quite complex correlation tool with couple hundreds of ranking factors for you to review. But it turned out that people want to automate some stuff. They don't want to like review 500 ranking factors. They would like to take these 10, 20, 30 most important, or where you are lagging behind, so they can get like automated audit. So that was the first thing we changed. We added automated audit that takes all of these factors, lists the most important ones, and tells you that here you should add 2 more headings, here there's a keyword missing, and here's a list of entities that you don't have, but the other guys do have. So you better bridge that gap. But again, that was not enough, and people were leaning towards automation. One more time. And when we had these entities and suggestions about the length and structure, they were static. So what you could do, you could click like publish the changes, click the refresh button on the audit, and it will reflect the changes. But it was a little bit painful to move between the CMS and the audit, publish, refresh, CMS, audit, publish, refresh. That's quite a process. So then we built a content editor tool, which is giving you feedback real time, but still the same principle. Keyword, ranked pages, and their characteristics. But with this product, you could just type or optimize the page, and it will tell you in real time that, okay, you hit the mark with the length. You just use this keyword good enough amount of times. We started to score these pages with a content score metric that allowed people to evaluate whether they are good enough to rank or not really ready yet to be published. But then people wanted ideas for new articles, because they were using the content editor and the guidelines to brief their writers, but they didn't have ideas for more articles. So we built a keyword clustering tool with the research, so they could find more and more ideas to start building topical authority. That was 2019, 2020, long time ago, and they were already doing some keyword clustering in Surfer. But again, with the same principle. So you provide a keyword, we check who is ranking, we check what they are ranking also for. And then with that information, we were able to figure out like, okay, here are your competitors. They rank for these 100 topics that are common among them. So to bridge the gap between you and them, you should cover these articles as well. But then AI came, obviously. So first, people didn't want to write the articles themselves. So we built a Surfer AI that is, I would say, the most comprehensive product for creating AI articles that are, well, not only like a ChatGPT single prompt, but a huge chain of keyword extraction, entity analysis, and promptings for the outline, then to generate, to get the tone right, and so on and so forth. So, well, that was another addition to the product. And then people wanted another automation. Well, you tell me about these 20 entities that I'm missing, but why can't you add these entities for me using AI? So we built the auto optimize feature that takes these missing entities and put them into the article. So as you can see, the principle of the product was always the same. Always get the data from the SERP and tell you what Google wants. And
Right.
when we know what Google wants, we can help you introduce these changes or do it for you. But again, that wasn't enough. And the most recent child of Surfer is the content audit that is taking your Google Search Console and the whole website and grades all the pages you have. They're the top ranking pages. They receive their content score. And from that point, you can assess like, okay, my client has 20 pages out of 100 that bring not enough traffic because they are like on the second page of Google and not really well optimized. So Google appreciate these pages already, giving them second page, but they are not well optimized. And with that product, you can spot these pages, auto optimize them so they can jump into the top 10 and start generating traffic for yourself or for your clients, which is the best way actually. If I were still working in the agency, that would be my number one thing after onboarding a new client, just to create a content audit, see how well their website is optimized, to see where if I have some tasks to do in on page or pure backlinks or pure technical SEO. But when I see these best opportunities, pages ranking second page of Google, and with a poor content score, not optimized, with weak headings, weak entities coverage. When I see them, I know that when I fix this, I will instantly rank up. So yeah, that will be my go-to tool, and that's the youngest child of Surfer. Same principles, Google characteristics, but at scale for the whole domain. So yeah, quite a monologue from my side, but there is a lot.
Right. So how does Surfer SEO adapts to the constantly changing algorithms, especially after the HCU and the Google AI update? How do you guys adopt?
Yeah, so we try to convince people to turn towards continuous optimization process instead of doing it one time and go, because well, the search results are volatile, and when we have like, let's say, 4 updates a year, there will be always a shuffle in the search results. So let's say it's January and we are doing the optimization and we got a certain set of pages ranking the top. We extract their entities, their topics, optimize the page, and we rank up. Great. But then the algorithm changes and promotes some other factors. So we have a different set of the pages in the top 10. Okay, so we need to adjust our optimization to,
Sorry, I lost for a bit. So I think there was connection. So you were telling me, so there are 4 updates a year. So how do you guys adopt?
yeah, so we tell people to do continuous optimization because the results are volatile, and
Right.
every time the algorithm changes, there is a different set of pages in the top 10 as benchmarks. Quite often, not always, but quite often it changes. So you have let's say a new article publishing calendar where you publish every week, you publish one piece of content. The simplest calendar. So you should have a similar calendar and book time to optimize pages that are the most important to your business. So you are not waiting for the algorithm to change. You are not waiting for a crash. You are continuously adjusting, if necessary, to current circumstances in the top 10. Let's say a new iPhone showed up and your competitors use that entity iPhone 15 in their content. You didn't. You don't want to wait until Google demotes you for not having this entity. You want to review it every month or every 2 months to see if there is something that you might be missing compared to the competitor. So this is how you can adopt that, the best strategy you can have to adopt.
And how does your tool adapt to, for example, they were Google leaks. So did you guys change something in Surfer SEO after that? Or you said, see, we already were using it?
On one hand, it reassured us that what we are doing is okay. However, all of these elements from the leak are not like we don't know whether they are in use right now. Maybe they were used in the past. Maybe they will be used in the future. So it can only give us a general idea of what is it about compared to a specific set of rules that should be applied. So even like we assessed the information, however, we didn't rush changes because you cannot be 100% sure what which factor is actually in play right now and what's its weight, because that's important. Even though something will be listed in there and you can think, oh, let's go for it, let's do an audit that takes care of that particular factor, but it may be weighted by 0.00001% of the weight.
Right.
So what's the point of really incorporating that? And when you don't know the weights and the usage, it's really hard. I mean, it's a guessing game, and we don't want guessing. We want people to rely on real-time information, and if we cannot provide that to back up ourselves, we don't want to gamble our clients' websites.
Okay. So can you tell me any particular Surfer SEO feature which you are very excited about right now?
Yes. So for the very first time in the history, I've seen really working brand voice for the AI content. That's a breakthrough, because everybody is claiming that, well, you can select funny voice or like professional voice, scientific, but that's a bullshit. Like it doesn't really work, and it sounding professional means something else to everyone. So it's not the right way. But with the new large language models showing up, we recently found out how to do it properly, and it will work on a different principle. So instead of selecting any of those predefined styles, you will basically provide a sample of your copy. Like, this is my last article, this is my last couple of paragraphs I wrote and I'm proud of, and it sounds like me. So can you use that sample to rewrite my ChatGPT article to actually be like me? And it turns out that yes. So I'm really excited about this particular feature, and this is yet to come. I mean, I got it in the works, I saw it working, but it's not on the front end yet. But when it comes to products that already exist, I would say that it's definitely the content audit tool. So the one that connects Google Search Console with Surfer and
Right.
extract the pages, then grades their score and shows you like where to start with this optimization. It shows you the pages to optimize that will give you the biggest outcome with the least work to be done. So that's like 80-20 rule applied a bit.
So this feature is right now available.
Yes, is available to everybody.
Okay. Okay. Now I understand that the Surfer SEO is going to introduce a tropical map feature, or is that correct?
Yes,
So
it's already there for quite some time. It
okay,
also
so
relies. Yeah, go ahead.
so I didn't realize that actually. So how
Yeah,
does
yeah.
the map feature work? I mean, we talk about because right now everybody keeps on talking about topical authority, topical maps, topical clustering, you name it, anything with topical. They might launch topical coffee mugs very soon. So that's why I thought,
Yes.
can you explain those?
Yeah. Absolutely. So at the very first day of clustering at Surfer, that was like 4 years ago, uh, we introduced a simple clustering method that was analyzing top ranking website on a given query and assessing all the keywords they rank for and grouping them. That was very simple, but we wanted more. We wanted to create a whole map of everything, all the keywords that you have that are clustered up front. So you can land on a map in any given place and navigate like this way, that way, the other way, like to left, to the right, and see how these topics change. So you can navigate from SEO to SEO audit to technical audit to robots.txt file. Like that could be like a funnel to finding out about the robots.txt. So what we did, we took the whole database of keywords, 250 million keywords just for the United States, and we clustered them all at once. So at Surfer, you are not browsing keywords, you are browsing clusters. So every keyword belongs to a cluster because there is no page that ranks for a single keyword. You always rank for some keywords.
Right.
And when you connect that with a Google Search Console information, where we know what you rank for right now, and we know what clusters these keywords that you rank for are in, and we can cross these two, we know that, okay, these are the clusters you rank for already, but they have neighbors. And these neighbors also have neighbors. So
Okay.
you can place yourself on that map with the keywords you currently have and understand what's the closest topic you can grow. So you are growing sustainably in a like a you are not jumping on the topics like television ads, PPC, SEO, email, whatever. When you tackle email, you will receive all about the email, and when you decide to move to SEO, you will receive everything you need to cover first: off-page SEO, on-page SEO, technical SEO, any aspect of SEO. So that's the topical mapping we do with the huge database of clusters, not keywords but clusters, and your Google Search Console information. You create a visual map that tells you like, okay, that's the territory that's the closest to your you can call it a center of gravity. So what is this website about? It's mostly about television ads. So if that's the case, you will be growing your website in all aspects of television ads, from buying to producing to whatever, like finding the best prime times and so on. So this is how it works, and we use specifically that tool to assess the topics for a humanizer to build that topical authority in the area, and that's why it took off so well. So yes, these tools are available as well already.
Now, after recent Google March update, lots of SEO professionals are now skeptical about AI tools, featuring they might lead to cookie clutter content. So, how does Surfer SEO address this concern?
Well, we use AI quite extensively on our website, and it's not tanking. But seriously, it's all about the quality of that. Plus, uh, these problems with AI are often associated with affiliate websites, niche websites that were just removed from the SERP in the last update. And well, it's easy to correlate that, oh, I used AI and my page is gone, so it's because of AI. No, it's not
Right.
because of AI, it's because of how this update worked. Because there were also a lot of pages using AI and not removed from the SERP. And the case here is that Google wants more money, and affiliate
Absolutely.
marketers are middlemen for Google because they would love to have people going directly to the merchant center, to the e-commerce role in
Sure.
Google. Yes, so you are not going through the you are not finding out the products through someone recommending it, but through Google recommending it. Because when people find the product in their ads, then well, Google is paid and they are happy. But when they find it through the Amazon affiliate website, the guy
Google.
is paid and not
Right.
Google. So I would say that there was a problem with the business model, not with the AI content, because well, affiliate pages without AI content also were wasted.
Right.
So that will be the case. Unfortunately, because there was a lot of business. They stole a lot of money from the people, and that's kind of unfair. And that's really bad behavior. And I'm not a fan of what happened, really. So I'm really feel sorry for all of the affiliate marketers who lost their traffic and income source. That really suck. And unfortunately, when we have business that relies on the third party, we also do. Because Surfer is also built for optimizing in the search engines. So when the search engines are gone, we are gone. I kind of can relate to the people who suffered from the recent update, and hopefully it will turn around
Yeah, with the
during the
new
next
Google
one.
update, let's hope so. It's just, they say it's just around the corner, right?
Because we
Now,
still don't have any recovery success story, right? I was
honestly,
browsing the internet and I can still see the comments that, hey, like nobody recovered from the HCU yet, so we'll
right,
see. Fingers crossed for that.
right. Now, so of course, you deal with so much content. Surfer SEO is all about content. What are some of the common mistakes you see content creators making when it comes to SEO? I know one would be lazy content writing. I mean, just copy pasting AI and using it. But what other common mistakes you see?
Yeah, so the common mistakes I see is definitely writing a piece of content and leaving it on the website for a year or two because you spent couple of hours or $100 and you published, and the page is slowly declining in traffic, and instead of spending couple minutes and revive it because it's not relevant anymore, people are obsessed with publishing more and more and more instead of
Right.
capitalizing on the assets that they already have. So that will be the thing. And quite common mistake for the e-commerce websites is that they focus solely on product pages and category pages. instead of building blogs. They should be building blogs, especially after the HCU, where the affiliate websites are gone. There is a lot of room between Reddit and Quora and Forbes for e-commerces to jump into this, let's say, SERP real estate and take some of that traffic. So that's another mistake I see people doing. Like, e-commerce is also a blog, and it should be acknowledged, and it's a great way to get some remarketing list enrichments, because people will search information about similar products, whatever. You can get them on the remarketing list and target later. It's obviously a great source of internal links that will boost SEO of your category pages and the product pages. And I can, oh wow, my camera is gone. I cannot really see disadvantages of having a blog on the e-commerce website. So that these will
Yeah,
be my top of my head two mistakes people do.
right. So, in this age of AI, what differentiate truly highly content that ranks well in search results, according to you?
Unfortunately, the biggest differentiator is the domain that they are posted on. So
You're right. The
yeah,
domain
so I mean,
authority is what, right? Just like
I,
parasite SEO, that's right.
I don't want to like uh tell people things that they want to hear, but rather tell people things that are true. And at this point, we are in a situation where you can have quite okay content published on a great domain that will take over really well optimized content and engaging and groundbreaking results, whatever, on a weak domain. So it turns out that the bigger players uh, are on a cheat mode right now, and the smaller players have even more gap to bridge. But I would say that um, being consequent and publishing and optimizing uh, during that hard period will pay off sooner than later, because gaining enough authority to actually start ranking is not that far away. SEO just started to take a little bit longer for fresh websites. That's it.
Okay. Now, for a small business or solo entrepreneurs just starting with SEO, what would be your top piece of advice?
Uh, to check whether SEO is a good channel to start, that will be the first one. And when you decide that yes, uh, dedicating enough time and money to it, because it's an investment, and I can see people getting frustrated with no results. But the lack of results come from either targeting keywords that your potential customers are not searching. So general, like, search volume high, so I go for it and forget about the intent. So that's one source of frustration. The other source of frustration is obviously a lack of results that come quickly. So to the point, mixing SEO efforts with PPC at the beginning can be really a good idea to get some results from having a website and making up the losses on the investment in SEO before it brings you traffic. So you can grow your business with digital marketing, basically. So that
Right,
will be the piece of advice.
right. So, I mean, as a co-founder, what have been some of your biggest challenges in growing Surfer SEO?
Mm, I think scaling up the team, that was a huge challenge because when we were like team of 5, team of 10, team of 20, that was relatively easy because everyone was involved in everything.
Right.
But when we started to grow and become matured company with some, policies and like, because when you have a business that is big enough to get someone's attention, uh, administration and like whatever, you need to build it in a way that is mm, in line with every procedure and so on. So that was really challenging to me personally to um, get adjusted to the way of working in a bigger company. That was the biggest challenge. Actually, not building features, right? Kind of weird.
Okay. So how do you foster innovation within your team at Surfer SEO?
Mm, I guess it's all about being opportunistic to what market shows, to what Google changes, to what our people are capable of. So I try to um, empower data scientists that work at Surfer with having some bolder ideas like, hey, can we do this? Maybe can we do that? And when I ask some of these questions, they come up with their own ideas based on my questions. Because my questions weren't precise because I'm not coding. I don't know how things work under the hood, like really technically. And because they do know, and when they are navigated with my questions, they start thinking like, hey, I could do it this way and that way. Hey, Michal, does it make sense? And I say, God damn, I wouldn't think about it because I didn't know it's possible. Thank you. So I would say this is the most fun and effective way to foster the innovation in the team. To ask questions. These questions push people into ideas that comes out because they have knowledge that I don't have. So
Right.
that's the way.
Right. So what advice would you give to the aspiring entrepreneurs in the tech and SEO space?
To niche down, to be specialist. I mean, seriously, uh, the market is big, and becoming general SEO service provider is hard. But becoming dental service SEO provider is so much easier. And there are enough dentists in Chicago to take care of their SEO when you are specialist in dental SEO. So you build a custom chat GPT for dental. You
Right.
know all the categories that they can offer. You got the content plans prepared because they are more or less the same for dental service, for the roofers, for like any, for lawyers. That's a good one. Because I don't know how it's in the rest of the world, but in Poland lawyers cannot use PPC. So if they cannot use PPC, they only rely on SEO. So there's a lot of budget because there is no budget for PPC, so all the budget goes to the SEO. So well,
Right.
it's just a really nice place to be. So any differentiator that you can think of as the entrepreneur, uh, explore this area and see if you want to go for it, like we did actually. We could be all-in-one SEO tools with providing you backlinks, technical SEO audit, crawler, robots.txt file checker, whatever. But we focused on retrieving information from Google search results and telling you what's your content missing, and we mastered it. So we didn't dilute our attention to all different areas of SEO, but we focused on something specific, and you should think the same way.
Right. Right. So let's talk some about personal insights. So outside of work, what are some of your personal interests or hobbies?
Oh, I ski a lot, and I build my own skis. So I have a shop where we have a ski press, and we pour some resin over the fiberglass and carbon fiber, some wood, and we put the skis together, and then we ski them in the mountains. Well, that's the thing that turns me on after work.
So are there any books you recommended to entrepreneurs, or are you into reading?
Yes, I was reading. I mean, recently I'm reading like one book a month, I would say. But there was
Okay.
a time when I felt like I'm lagging behind a lot, and there are like so many positions that I should check. Um, but if I were to recommend one book, that will be Rework.
Right.
Yeah, that's the book that is the most influential, and should be the most influential because the outcome is really good. So Rework, Jason Fried, I guess.
Yes, the
I
base camp founders. Right.
Yes, yeah,
Yes, I have read
that's
the book.
the
It's
that's the one.
actually a nice book. Right. So,
I've read
so
it 3 times, and every time you read it, uh, some new ideas pop up, like, or even refreshing yourself with the rework is really nice, because let's say last time I read rework was 2 years ago. Am I
okay.
still aligned? And when you read it, you realize that I am not. I mean, here and there it's fine, but somewhere, I'm totally off their thinking, and you can even like straighten yourself back again, uh, to be aligned with whatever they say. So definitely rework. That's number one.
Okay, that's one of my favorite book as well. So do you follow any for SEO updates? How do you keep yourself updated on SEO? Or do you follow anyone as such in particular?
Mm, Not specifically. I built my my Facebook feed the way that, like, I've got all of the SEOs in my friends list, and I'm in a couple of groups like SEO Signals Lab, the best one, I guess. Uh,
Right.
and it turns out that they post stuff there, and whenever it's something that I'm supposed to be checking, it will be there within 15 minutes. So I'm not really trying to focus on, let's say, a to-do list, get up to date with SEO this month. No, I'm just scrolling, and 90% of the stuff I've got there is SEO related. And when there is something that really pops up in the industry that I should know about, I will get it. So that's how I oriented my information sources.
And you are head of innovation, so how does innovation idea comes when it comes to server SEO to you?
Most frequently not in front of the desk. It's like, random, because, well, if you build a company and it's your company, you are never leaving the office. The office is like all time in your head, and you are processing things, like you eat the dinner and like, should I do it this way or maybe that way? And like, always at work, unfortunately, and I don't like it. However, it's an advantage because these ideas show up quite often in there, and then from the bed I need to wake up to write something down, or memorize it, right? Yeah, these ideas show up in various moments, but I'm not saying they do not appear on a brainstorming calls with the team, definitely as well. But other than that, anywhere. anywhere. They can attack you anywhere.
Okay, yeah. I guess it's same for all the entrepreneurs out there. Ideas usually don't come when you're off the work. They come.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, Michael, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. Where can our listeners learn more about you and Surfer SEO?
That will be our YouTube channel. We recently started posting a lot useful videos about SEO in general, and I'm hosting a webinar live sessions every 2 weeks in there. So that's the best way to get connected, I think. And SEO Surfers group on Facebook. That's the second.
Okay, so that
Second
group is
one.
free to join, or do somebody
Of
need to be
course, yeah,
subscribed?
yeah. No. Just find it SEO Surfers, and there is obviously accepting mechanism. So we accept people
Right.
like every day. So
To avoid spam, right?
yes,
Right. All right. So that wraps up our interview with Michael Suski, co-founder of Surfer SEO. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
thank you.
Thank you, Mike.